Governments around the world have granted themselves immense control over the lives of their citizens. They include confining us to our homes, removing our right to earn a living, shutting down businesses, schools, and community facilities, defining how far we can travel and for what reason, mandating medical procedures, restrictions on protests and curfews. If someone had said this would happen prior to the pandemic, it would have been unthinkable. There's just no way people would comply with such an assault on their basic fundamental freedoms. Then along came a virus, from a faraway secretive communist dictatorship. Now all of a sudden all these government powers are on the table. Any restrictive measure can be brought in at a moment's notice, based on what our government deems at the time to be the science. Combined with media fear propaganda and endless scaremongering by public health officials, the world has been turned upside down. The world we knew is gone, replaced by their new normal. I am amazed that the idea that government could save us from a respiratory virus was ever taken seriously. Equally ambitious and nonsensical goals might have been to stop wind from blowing, to stop grass from growing, or maybe to stop the sun from rising. Once the virus was out there, that was it. There would be no stopping the spread, no matter what measures were taken. A much more sensible approach was proposed in the Great Barrington Declaration, which involved protecting the vulnerable while allowing natural immunity to grow in the rest of the population. This sensible approach was never implemented. Even in those early days, many could see that something wasn't right. Many could see that compliance to unreasonable government demands would be a slippery slope. When it was said that this would lead to mandatory medical procedures and vax passports, this was labelled a fringe conspiracy theory. Yet that is what is happening. I'd bet that many who mocked these crazy theories are now lining up for their third and soon to be fourth shot and are dutifully using their vax passports. So what has it all been about? Is it to keep us safe, or is it about control? I'd argue that when the government implements the most draconian laws many of us have ever seen, whilst claiming it is for our benefit, we should at the very least be sceptical. Tyranny is often brought into reality under the guise of being for the greater good. When a government grants themselves new powers, they are very seldom repealed. There is a cost to continuous compliance. If we continue to acquiesce to authority, we will be rewarded with more and more restrictions and control over our daily lives. The virus is not going away. Lockdowns and restrictions will prevent nothing, but will continue to cause tremendous harm to society if we allow it. We have the power. Elected officials work for us, not the other way around. The puppet tyrants have had their fun. Their game is up. The narrative is being picked away as the public becomes more aware of the lies, coercion, and manipulation. For those in government who have been determined to make our lives miserable over the last 2 years, their judgment will come. Let's reject fear and stand united for freedom.